Top floor, 4 in the morning. I walk past the frame, gold, platinum circles on the wall, like halos that forgot to face. The city stays behind glass, a dark stack of numbers in glass. No one looking up, no one left to impress. Half-written contracts on the desk, pages curled at the corners. Names, dates, closets, a future split into careful pieces. Studio headphones still on the conference table, like someone stood up mid-thought and never came back to finish. The espresso machine keeps talking, a thin metallic breath, cup after cup for nobody. The air tastes polished like paper and money. My reflection looks expensive and strangely far away. I used to think arrival would feel like fire. Instead it feels like folders and fluorescent hours. 4 in the morning, the room keeps score. 4 in the morning, and I feel the door. Not broken, not proud, just here, just now. I passed the boardroom screen, black as a sealed envelope. The chairs are lined up like they're waiting for a verdict. Someone left the blazer over the back of a seat, still holding the shape of a shoulder, still warm in memory. There's a loyalty in the trash can, receipts, notes, empty cans, little surrendered things from the day everyone called success. I saw my name enough times to know the curve of it by heart, but tonight it looks like a signature on a receipt. The skyline keeps burning down, the pinpoints in private windows. Every tower out there has somebody awakening it too. And I wonder if they know what I know now, that when it can be quiet and quiet can feel commercial. In the morning, the room keeps score. 4 in the morning, and I feel the door. Not broken, not proud, just here, just now. Espresso light blinks once, then once again, like a patient trying not to wake the house. I fold the contract edges flat, I set the headphones down. I stand in the glass until the glass remembers me. Below, the city stays alive without asking anything back. Up here, the silence has a lease, and I am still paying it. I pay my fare in silence, thumbprint cold on the glass, boots left wet marks by the door. The deck kept rocking me back, metal railings beat it up with rain that never felt clean, and the water was black and silk, cut by the wake underneath. My coat still smell like land, salt found its way in first. I watched the harbor thin out like it had nothing to say. City windows dim behind fog, one by one, then the block, then only shapes and color. They couldn't hold me long. Engine hum in my ribs like a thought I can't can't finish. I got my hands in my sleeves, counting breaths, counting distance. The colder the air got, that lets my name fit in my mouth. I stood where no one could touch me, and still I felt pulled out. Fog line, fairy line, I drift between both sides. Fog line, fairy line, nothing stays in my hand. Too far, too far. Fog line, fairy line, I'm not lost, just untied. A lone scarf on the bench, moving when the door's side. Paper cup in a holder, shivering in the overhead light. The crew moved like shadows through a language all their own. I never asked for direction, I never said I was home. Cold ocean wind hit hard through the seam in the frame, make the wet floor glitter then vanish under my shoes. I look down in my boots, dark leather, soft stiff laces, in thought of all the places I used to call my place. The horn split the dark open, and the sound went over me. I leaned into the vibration, like it might teach me how to leave. There's a line in the water where the world gets rearranged. I crossed it with my eyes open and let the old shape change. Fog line, fairy line, I drift between both sides. Fog line, fairy line, nothing stays in my hand. Too far, too far. Fog line, fairy line, I'm not lost, just untied. I don't need a rescue, I don't need a sign. I just let the shore fall back and keep my face to the brine. Every light that disappeared left room for the dark to move. Everything I thought was fixed started loosening its screws. The cabin glass went silver, then pale as a bruised pearl. The fog held up its curtain and gave me back the world. Not the one I came from, not the one I can name. Just a strip of moving water in my breath, in its frame. Fog line, fairy line, the deck keeps time with me. Fog line, fairy line, nothing here has to be home. I watched the first faint color spread low where morning would be. Still alone on the crossing, still not belonging to me. And when the shore finally rose, I didn't reach for it, I let it come toward me. I let it come and sit. Took the route by the river again, backseat full of roses, stems tied tight. White paper sleeves on my jacket hem, ice on the glass from the air outside. Phone lit up, no answer, no reply. Receipt still warm in my palm. 12 stems, 2 dozen, 3 shades of red, for a name that never came home. Pulled up slow at tower glass, dormant asleep in they coast. Penthouse balconies, blackout blinds, gold mail slides, no one at the door. I waited under the awning light, rain made a small clean sheet. The bouquet leaned like it knew the truth, nobody here to receive me. Yeah. Red light on the hood, red light in my face. 4 minutes late, still I made a place. Finger on refresh, that little blue check. Then the screen went dark. dark, and I knew what that meant. Unclaimed roses, unclaimed roses. They look too good to keep. Unclaimed roses, unclaimed roses. Left on my passenger seat. Some people stop without a sound. They just let love hit the ground. Next stop was a street with gates, marble steps and a dry front mat. Name on the buzzer, no post, no sound. Only my breath in the white book crack. I set them down by the brass door trim. Took a photo for the file. Ran my thumb over a satin ribbon like I could smooth the miles. Condo windows all stacked up high. Every room looked rich and cold. A woman in silk behind the curtain turned once, then she let it go. Maybe the flowers were for an apology. Maybe for her birthday card. Maybe for a hand that used to reach and got tired of reaching hard. Red light on the hood, red light in my face. 4 minutes late, still I made the place. Finger on refresh, that little blue check. And the screen went dark, and I knew what that meant. Unclaimed roses, unclaimed roses. They look too good to keep. Unclaimed roses, unclaimed roses. Left on my passenger seat. Some people stop without a sound. They just let love hit the ground. I kept driving, bookcase breathing in the back. Paper sleeves rustling, every turn, every crack. The city stayed busy like nothing had changed. But a heart can go quiet and still leave a stain. At the last address I didn't knock, just leaning by the chain. Rain on the label, fog on the glass, my reflection in the paint. 12 stems, 2 dozen, 3 shades of red, and a message never sent. I watched the gel light smear on the road, then I drove on through the wet. The phone stayed lit in a cup holder, then dimmed to black. I could still see the room I never entered in the window back. Not every loss gets loud, not every ending breaks. Somebody waits for a while, then decides they won't wait. So I take the route by the river again. Backseat full of ghosts in bloom. Closed doors, wet streets, red signals. In the same long, empty room. Unclaimed roses. Unclaimed roses. Nobody there, but I leave them anyway. The cafe lock turns once, then stops. Silver handle cold in my palm. Beyond the glass, the platform's all white. Snow laid down like a second floor. A row of cups waits under dim lamps. Their saucers caught in a pale reflection. Departure boards flicker green, then blank, then green again, like a thought had formed. My coat hangs over the chair beside me. Soft-shouldered city, cut expensive and still. It looks like someone left in a hurry, or like someone planned to come back. The espresso machine breathes in the dark. A thin white ribbon climbs the air. I watch it curl against the window and vanish where the draft comes in. The station clock keeps its careful face, each minute spaced like a clean white towel. No footsteps near the tiled corridor. Only the hush from the distant tracks. Cleaning staff move at the far end. Blue carts rolling through the open space. Their gloves flash once in the glass, then disappear behind a column. I'm not going forward, I'm not going back. Just hearing the steam between one name and the next. The boards keep blinking like they know my shape, and the snow keeps covering every edge I made. Somewhere in the in-between, somewhere in the in-between, I keep my hands on the cup and let the moment stay. The menu card is bent in one corner, beside a spoon with a tiny scar. I turn it over, turn it back, like it might tell me where to go. A paper napkin trembles once when the radiator gives a soft click. There's lemon peel in the wastebasket and sugar on the black marble line. Across the room, a row of mirrors breaks me into smaller waiting cells. One with his face in the window glow, one with his eyes on the empty stools. One who could leave before dawn, one who could stay until the doors unlocked. All of them wearing this quiet, all of them listening for change. The snow on the platforms deepens, covering the yellow safety edge. The benches disappear by halves until they look like buried facts. A single train horn never comes, only the sound of the heating pipes and the soft thud of a distant mob. Moving the knife from tile to tile, I lift a cup and taste the dark. Bittersweet, almost metallic, it pulls a line through the body from yesterday to the unnamed. I'm not a goodbye, I'm not a beginning, just a seat by the window in a light that won't choose. The boards keep blinking like they know my shape, and the snow keeps covering every edge I made. Somewhere in the in-between, somewhere in the in-between, I keep my hands on the cup and let the moment stay. If morning comes, let it come slowly. Let the glass hold one last blue hour. Let the cleaners finish their rounds. Let the counter shine like ice. I don't need the answer yet. I don't need a door to open. I can wear the silence clean, like the coat on the chair beside me. Past and future sit on either side, not speaking, just sharing the room. And I, for one long measured night, am exactly where the room is. Somewhere in the in-between, somewhere in the in-between, I keep my hands on the cup and let the moment stay. The steam thins out, the boys go dim. Snow on the platforms holds its shape. My coat still waits over the chair, and dawn beyond the glass takes its time. Empty room, white linen gone cold. Wine glasses catching the skyline spill. Heels by the chair still crossed over. Phone face down, black mirror still. They swept the place, left the salt ring. One napkin stuck to the wet brass rail. Rain on the glass keeps changing the room, like it knows how to fade, how to fail. The elevator slides below me, slow the breath, then gone. I watch my reflection split in the window and let it stay there long. No one's left up here, just the rain in the glass, my name on the table, already fading fast. I keep my face still, let the cold run through. Nothing in my hands now, nothing to prove. The waiter forgot one amber candle, it burned down into a waxy lean. City lights turn soft through the water, silver on the tablecloth seam. A stain on the saucer, a thumbprint, a note, all the small things people leave behind. I don't touch the code on the empty backrest, I don't even check what time. The elevator sighs below me, slow door breath and gone. I watch my reflection split in the window and let it stay there long. No one's left up here, just the rain in the glass, my name on the table, already fading fast. I keep my face still, let the cold run through. Nothing in my hands now, nothing to prove. Storm keeps polishing the windows, making every tower look far. I turn the phone over once, then leave it where it was. One more glass, one more minute, then I'm through. The room can't keep my outline, I'm not asking it to. No one's left up here, just the rain in the glass, my name on the table, already fading fast. I keep my face still, let the cold run through. Nothing in my hands now, nothing to prove. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The lock clicks off behind me, and the room keeps its smile. Mirrors low lit at the edges, catching every counter like ice. Powder compacts left open, liners rolled from the sleeves. A gold cap on the floor tile, turning under my shoe. The lunch crowd is gone now, but the air still wears their perfume. Name cards face down by the sink, a row of fingerprints in gloss. I move past the display tables where the cream stand in perfect lines, like they were waiting all night for someone else to care. Outside, the rain keeps riding, then silver marks on the glass. Inside, the security shutters hold the boutique in a hush. Half a flute of champagne, gone warm beside the register, and every bright little promise feels farther than before. All this beauty, stillness in my hands. All this beauty, nothing here can land. Under the glow I stay unheld. All this beauty, and I feel myself drift. A tester wand lies across velvet with a smear of rose on the tip. There's a ribbon snake from a gift box and a torn cellophane edge. The lipstick wall is a skyline of reds, mauves, bruised plum tones, each one named like a secret no one will say out loud. I lean on the marble island where the receipts start to curl and watch the mirrored ceiling split my face into frames. One version still upright, one version already leaving, one version lit for a moment moment, then taken away. The back room door is ajar, showing stacks of cotton and bags. A mop bucket, a folded coat, an unplugged charger, nothing else. It should feel like a trophy to be here when no one's here, but it feels like standing in snowfall with no sound in your mouth. Outside, the rain keeps riding, and silver marks on the glass. Inside, the security shutters hold the boutique in a hush. Half a flute of champagne, gone warm beside the register, and every bright little promise feels farther than before. All this beauty, stillness in my hands. All this beauty, nothing here can end. Under the glow I stay unheld. All this beauty, and I feel myself drift. Trace the edge of a sample card like it might answer back. The air conditioner breeze once, then settles into the wall. Somewhere above the ceiling, a pipe gives a tiny knock, and the whole place keeps its balance without me in it at all. The glass turns darker slowly. The rain thins to a veil. Champagne loses its bubbles, and the mirror holds my shape. I switch off one row of lights, then another, then another, and the store goes quiet enough to hear the night arrive. I came in with my sleeves rolled high, past the long black island, past the wine glasses lying like a row of questions. The storm kept writing on the glass walls, and the whole room kept its mouth shut. I set a bowl down once, then moved it 3 inches left, because the place felt too perfect to be left by accident. Like somebody might come back and check my work. The speakers were low, just enough to leave a shape in the air. I rinsed green onions, trimmed the ends too neat, and watched the rain split the skyline into bright, broken pieces. The plates on the shelf were expensive enough to make me hold my breath when I reached for one. White rims, thin gold edges, still stacked like they were waiting on a holiday, or a table I never finished setting. I pressed garlic with the side of a knife, heard the thunder answer from somewhere above the tower, then laughed once, not because anything was funny, just because the room was so large. It made my voice sound borrowed, and I stirred butter into a pan, watched it go from solid to shine, and thought about how comfort is mostly small motions. Heat, salt, time, and the kind of care you can do with your hands when the rest of you stays quiet. So I kept the pace slow, kept the counter clean, kept one glass near me, even if it never got filled. Kept the light over the stove, burning like a little promise. Just one more plate, just one more plate. Keep it warm, keep it straight. Just one more plate, just one more plate. Nobody here, but I stay. I cut pears thin, laid them beside a block of cheese, and the knife clicked softly on the board like a metronome with nowhere to go. I tasted the sauce twice, added pepper, then a pinch of salt, then a little more, because tonight had that kind of hunger in it. Out beyond the windows, the whole city flashed in slices, glass towers, dark water, moving cars, all of it briefly bright, then gone again, like a thought you almost catch before it slips through. I wiped my hands on the hem of my hoodie, looked at the sink, looked at the unmade second place setting, and let it stay there. An open seat, untouched, a small clean absence I did not need to name. The stove light made my wrist look pale. The roll cuffs held on to a little steam. I opened the drawer for a spoon, found 3 all in a line. Like somebody had once believed in order as a form of kindness. I plated the food in silence, not fancy, just careful. A fold of something soft, a few sharp greens, a shine of oil catching the stormlight. And for a second, the room felt less like a room and more like a habit I could live inside. I carried the tray to the table, past the untouched crystal, past the napkins folded into hard little triangles, and sat down alone with my back straight, as if someone might still notice how hard I was trying. Thunder rolled low, the speakers kept breathing, one dim song for the whole apartment. I let my shoulders drop, I let the quiet finish its sentence. I let the first bite stay simple, no speech, no scene, just heat on the tongue and the long window holding its weather, while the dark kept moving and I kept making room for just one more plate. Just one more plate. Keep it warm, keep it straight. Just one more plate. Just one more plate. Nobody here, but I stayed. Later, I stacked the dishes, listened to the last rain tap the rail, and left one glass unwashed so the morning would have something to catch. The room went still, not empty, just settled, like a coat folded over a chair, like a hand that finally opened after holding on too long. Lock the front door slow, turn the sign to dark. Roses on the counter, still drinking the rain. The cash drawer sits open like it forgot my name. Old jazz in the corner, bent up by the frame. My coat hangs heavy, wet at the sleeve. I count clean stems like I'm counting to breathe. Petals on my knuckles, a little red stain. I keep my face still, I keep my face plain. Water tapping the glass like it knows my pulse. The room gets smaller when the outside thunders up. I smooth my hands flat on the empty wood. Tell my chest be normal, tell my mouth be good. I can hold this shape tonight, even while the rain leans in. I can keep my eyes dry, let the ache stay underneath. Roses on the counter, soft as they look. I'm not breaking open, I'm just hard to read. There's pollen on the receipt book, a gold dust line from all the hands that reached here, then left in time. The mirror by the sink shows a tired frame, mascara near the edges, but my voice stays tame. I fold the brown paper into quiet squares, stack the ribbon spools like they never cared. A stem clipped crooked drops a bead of light. I watch it slip and vanish at the edge of night. Water tapping the glass like it knows my pulse. The room gets smaller when the outside thunders up. I smooth my hands flat on the empty wood. Tell my chest be normal, tell my mouth be good. Can hold this shape tonight, even while the rain leans in. I can keep my eyes dry, let the ache stay underneath. Roses on the counter, soft as they look. I'm not breaking open, I'm just hard to read. ivory tag swings on a lonely stem. No one's voice in the doorway, no rush of them. Just a vent by the ceiling and a slow drip, drip. And the old record turning with the frayed back flip. I wipe the bucket rim with my sleeve cuffed, and I laugh at the silence like it's acting tough. There's a bruise in my throat that won't say why, so I let the rain answer while it crowds the sky. If I stay very still, maybe this will pass. Maybe grief gets bored when it finds no glass. Maybe hands can tremble and still do their job. Maybe nobody sees it when the heart stays loud. I can hold the shape tonight, even while the rain leans in. Even while the rain leans in, I can keep my eyes dry. Let the ache stay underneath. Roses on the counter, soft as they look. I'm not breaking open, I'm just hard to read. Wet coat by the doorway, just face the threat. Ooh, water on the window and a name I left unsaid. I came in through gate 9, hands in my coat, eyes burning dry past stacks of steel boxes. Blue, rust, lemon, black, all lined up like blocked out thoughts. My boots hit the wet pavement, one after one, slow, heavy, certain, a little splash, a little drag, like my body forgot the map. Orange lamps in a row, making puddles look tired. A crane turns its head like it knows something I don't, and I keep walking, I keep walking. I can't sleep here, I can't sleep here. The harbor keeps breathing. I can't sleep here, I can't sleep here. And nothing stays still. A forklift backs up somewhere, then stops, then backs up again. This white blink cut in the dark, impatient, little cuts out on the water. One ship slides through fog, so slow it feels. Imagine this whole swallowing distance, this wake barely bothering the black. I count doors on the warehouses, count boats in the fence, count the days I lost to places I never named. A chain links to silence with the cold hard clink. Far off, a horn rolls low, and the whole district answers not with words, just motion. I can't sleep here, I can't sleep here. The harbor keeps breathing. I can't sleep here, I can't sleep here. And nothing stays still. Yeah, a net of yellow light hangs over the loading bay, and every shadow looks borrowed from the breakwater. I hear steel on steel, a patient grind deep in the bones of the place. My head is a room with the door open, everything passing through. Freight, fog, numbers, names, nothing stays long enough to sit down. If I stand still, the whole world moves. If I move on, it moves again. Somewhere under the tar and salt, there's a sound like a tide turning over in its sleep, but it never reaches me, it just keeps going. Now the sky is almost paper gray on gray, and the cranes look older than morning. I follow the lane by habit, by post, by the soft slap of water against pilings, like someone turning pages too fast to read. The port doesn't notice me, it asks cargo to shift routes, to keep lights to hold up against the dark, and I have gone half here, let it all pass through me. I can't sleep here, I can't sleep here. lips moving slow and far. Orange light on wet ground, heavy boots, distant iron, and me still wandering until the edge of morning finds me first. I came in with the commuters and the rain on my coat hem. One car swipe, one soft turnstile, and the door shut behind me. 3 floors breathing overhead, and the desk lights all went low. Books piled in little leaning towers on the long oak tables. A card left in the fiction now, half full of returns. 2 forgotten cups by the printer, and the chair pushed crooked. My shoes made a thin sharp line up the marble stair. Every step gave me back to me, too loud, too clear. Then the motion lights woke up one hallway at a time. Then white squares on the ceiling following my spine. I stood still for a moment with my hands in my sleeves, trying to make my thoughts smaller than the room could keep. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet tonight. Yeah. At the top floor window wall, the whole city blurred. Rain kept dragging silver threads down the giant glass. Across the avenue, buses sighed and brake lights pulled away inside. The screens were black and asleep like faces turned aside. I sat at a table marked for returns under a dead green lamp. Read the spine of a history book and put it back. A janitor's key ring clicked somewhere far below. Then his heels crossed the empty hall and vanished slow. I watched my reflection split by the window frames. One version sat in a chair, one watched the street. The copy with the tired eyes did not ask for more. The one beside the rain just stayed on the glass. Then the motion lights woke up one hallway at a time. Then white squares on the ceiling following my spine. I folded my phone face down like it weighed too much. Let the screen stay dark in my palm, let the pulse come down. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet tonight. Down on the second floor, the Atlas room was sealed. Maps rolled in their metal racks and the globe sat still. A stack of textbooks on the table, tilted like a wall. Someone had left a blue scarf there and a half-used pen. I walked past the children's corner with its tiny chairs, tiny paper boats in a tray, waiting for daylight. The whole place held its breath in the cooling vents. 1,000 names on the shelves and none of them mine. I thought of every call I missed, every line I read too fast, every room I entered smiling just to get through fast. Hear the silence did not demand a better face from me. It only asked I keep moving softly, slowly. And the motion lights woke up one hallway at a time. Then white squares on the ceiling following my spine. I reached the stairwell landing and leaned on the rail. Let the rain keep riding outside, let the night stay. Let me go quiet. Oh, let me go quiet. Let me go quiet tonight. Oh, no speeches in the stacks, no one calling my name, just the floor under my shoes. faces, let them be this way. One air, one step, one floor, one small good night. By the time the clock changed over, the building felt like mine. Not because I owned it, only because it held me. Rain on the windows, lights dimmed in rows. Here echoes gone, the hall still. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet tonight. Let me go quiet. Let me go quiet until the morning finds me. The sink held 2 gold chains and a bracelet with the clasp on. I ran cold water till it shivered, then watched the red loosen off my skin. My knuckles look like bad decisions under the bathroom's white ceiling. I kept the faucet low, like the room could hear me breaking. The marble was colder than I was, cold enough to wake the whole night up. I laid each piece on the towel, like they were evidence, not jewelry. One diamond chain caught the vanity light and threw it back in little hard flashes. I thought about your face, then let that thought pass through me. In the next room, the TV stayed on, a game show murmuring to nobody. That soft blue glow under the door made the whole penthouse feel occupied. But I was alone in the mirror, alone with the cut on my hand, alone with the version of me that kept reaching for more than I could hold. I scrubbed slow at the class where perfume and smoke keep gone door. A cuff bracelet bent at the hinge from the way I must have slammed the door. The water carried away glitter and what little courage I had left. Outside the city sat behind fog, all its windows blurred to silver. Clean hands, dirty night, I keep it quiet. Clean hands, dirty night, I keep it quiet. I found the hem of my shirt stiff where I had leaned on the bar, and I saw that old stain at the cuff, like a small flag from a stupid war. No one was here to ask me what went wrong after midnight. No one saw me laughing too hard or swallowing words I shouldn't. I set the watch face up beside a ring with a hairline crack. The second hand moved like it knew how to leave a man behind. I rinsed my wrists again, though the blood was already drying. It came off in thin pink streams into a drain full of tiny lights. The mirror caught me looking and I didn't look away, not because I liked the answer, just because it was mine. Mascara smudged at my temple, jaw tight from talking too loud. The kind of night that makes a crown feel like a weight you can't put down. I heard the room service card somewhere far down the hall. Then nothing but the AC hum and the soft hum of my own guilt. The chains on the towel kept shining like they had no memory at all. I wished I could say the same, but my face knew better than that. Clean hands, dirty night, I keep it quiet. Clean hands, dirty night, I keep it quiet. Yeah, I dry this chain one at a time with the corner of a black cloth, and the diamonds woke up under it like teeth after a storm. I checked the clasps, the links, the bends, the small hidden damage, the kind you only notice when the room goes honest. The city beyond the foggy glass was starting to pale at the edges. Bridges, towers, windows, all of it turning from silver to blue. I stood there in my socks on the marble that never warms, and listened to my pulse calm down, one careful beat at a time. There was a cut on the sink rim where a ring had hit porcelain, and a streak on the towel that wouldn't come replaced the part of me that had been loud and careless. The TV in the other room kept talking through a laugh track. Some bright stranger winning a prize while I waited for daylight. When the first line of sun touched the fog on the window, the whole penthouse looked forgiving. For one brief second, I put the chains in a tray and stood still in the doorway. Heard my own breath come back to me, thin and uneven, but mine. The room held every version of me. The one who came home swinging, the one who came home empty, the one who stayed behind. I let the faucet close and the silence stayed open. By the time the sky turned plain, the bathroom looked almost innocent. No champagne on the counter, no strangers in the mirror, just cold stone, wet towel, a ring with a bruised edge, and me learning the shape of a morning I had to earn. I checked the lock once, then twice, not for thieves, for memory. The city lights were gone, but the glow stayed in the glass, and I watched it fade without making a promise. Only this, next time I come in this late, I wanna bring back less damage. Pulled in quiet, no name on the dash. I cut the phone off, let it stay in the edge. Close shop, sleeping, paper in the glass. One porch light blinking like he knows I passed. Old cord empty, chain it gone thin. Cold wind on my neck, like it don't let me in. I parked too far, still I saw that roof. My childhood house, standing there like proof. I kept my head low, past the cracked white fence. Every step back here feels like bad sense. I know these blocks, but they don't know me. Same curve, same brick, different body, same key. I came back alone. I came back alone. No call, no warning, just skin and bone. I came back alone. I came back alone. My whole life here, but I don't feel known. Mailbox leaning, numbers worn off clean. Screen door hanging on a rusty hinge. Kids' bikes scattered by the side yard tree. I swear that driveway used to fit me. Now every window feels like a stare, like the house forgot I was ever there. A dog barked once, then it settled down. Even my footsteps sounded out of town. I touched that gate, then I let it go. Some doors stay shut even when they know. I kept my head low, past the cracked white fence. Every step back here feels like bad sense. I know these blocks, but they don't know me. Same curve, same brick, different body, same key. I came back alone. I came back alone. No call, no warning, just skin and bone. I came back alone. I came back alone. My whole life here, but I don't feel known. Cold wind under my shirt. I stood at the edge, let it do its work. That room upstairs, a shape in the dark. I could see my ghost, but I missed my mark. here, not clean, not who I was. Standing in the middle of what I left because I came back alone. I came back alone. No car, no warning, just skin and bone. I came back alone. I came back alone. I came back. My whole life here, but I don't feel known. By the mailbox light, by the decor line, I was back at home and out of time. I left your call on red, let the plane go first. Boarding pass in the trash, by the ice bucket's curve. Open suitcase half done, silk blouse on a chair. Room service waiting cold, like you never got there. Storm on the glass wall, making the curtains move. I took off both heels near the balcony door. The city blinked below in 100 small signs, and I sat with my name for the first time tonight. No more running to you, no more making the time. I heard my own voice clear in that thunder line. The room went quiet enough for me to decide if I stay in this suite. I'm choosing my life. I stay in the suite tonight. I stay by the thunder light. Suitcase open, heart still, but I'm alright. I stay. I choose me tonight. Your old voice still hung in the steam from the tub. I let the water go, let it cool in the cup. TV flicker blue on the edge of the drape. Some late movie scene with the door shut in place. I did not need your steps crossing over the floor. Did not need your key turning in the door. I needed this hush and the brass lamps glow. A clean new sentence only I could know. No more bending my plans just to fit your mood. I'm not shrinking tonight to make room for you. The sky hit the windows and I did not move. If the world wants a piece, it can wait till I'm through. I stay in the suite tonight. I stay by the thunder light. Suitcase open, heart still, but I'm alright. I stay. I choose me tonight. At the balcony scene, where the rain drew lines, I saw my reflection split in the shine. One version was waiting with a phone in hand, one version was breathing and making a stand. So I let the soft sheet fall against my skin. I let the night teach me how to begin. No rescue coming, no one to impress, just me in the mirror and the holy dress. In the street tonight, I stay by the thunder light. Suitcase open, heart still, but I'm alright. I stay. I choose me tonight. I stay when my name feels right. I stay through the storm outside. Room service untouched, TV glowing white. I stay. I choose me tonight. Signed out my badge, folded my name, left the desk light on, let them keep the frame. Tie hanging loose, still on my chest. Rain on my shoulders like I failed a test. I waved down a cab on 14 and Pine. The driver just nodded like he knew my mind. Meter glow, red in the front seat dark. My hands went cold and it left a mark. Fog on the glass in the city blur. I watch my old life fade without a word. Keep the meter running. I'm not turning back. Keep the meter running. Let the blocks go black. Quit it felt like fear, then it felt like air. Yellow lights move slow, and I'm finally there. Quiet jazz radio, under the rain. A trumpet bent low, then it slipped away. He asked if I'm good, I said I'm alive. That's all I could give him on a wet midnight. Traffic lights shone in the puddles deep. Red on the windshield, blue where the sirens sleep. Old shirt in my lap, new weight in my chest. No more pretending, no more second best. The glass held my face in a fractured seam. Half of me shaking, half of me clean. Keep the meter running. I'm not turning back. Keep the meter running. Let the blocks go black. Quit it felt like fear, then it felt like air. Yellow lights move slow, and I'm finally there. 10 years in a folder, 7 in my bones. Back, bad swipe, clock punch, always going home. Now the cab cuts north through the river spray, and every red light gives me time to say I was built for more, or maybe less, maybe just one night with the truth in my chest. The driver took Harlem, then let it breathe. I watch my old name drift off to sleep. If I'm broke tomorrow, that's tomorrow's change. Tonight I'm just rain in the window pane. Keep the meter running. I'm not turning back. I'm not turning back. Keep the meter running. Let the blocks go black, go black. Quit it felt like fear, then it felt like fear, then it felt like air, then it felt like air. Yellow lights move slow, and I'm finally there. Oh, door handle cold, street water flash, loose tie, deep breath. No need to ask, the cat moved on through the wash of night, and I let it carry what I left behind. I left the heel prints by the door. Didn't mean to, just came in tight. Open boxes on the island. Pearls in a spill, tag still wide. City hits through the windows. High up, the whole block looking small. I laid your shirts in 2 clean piles, then made 1 pile from my own stall. The navy dress with the torn seam hung sideways on a mirror rail. 3 scars in a drawer by color, red, cream, smoking pale. I found a receipt in the lining from that place off Mercer Square. Folded it once, then twice again, and left it sleeping there. I don't need the whole night, just the next right shelf. 1 box, 1 row, 1 corner, to remember myself. The bottle's gone soft in the sink now, and the ice turned to glass. I can hear my name come back in the quiet as I pass. Watch me put me back in the right place. Watch me put me back in the light space. No borrowed shade, no loose sky, just my hands in my eyes. Watch me put me back. I moved the cream leather bag to the top with the perfume case. Set the gold hoops by the sunglasses. Left room where your watch used to stay. The floor had a map of our week. 1 blazer here, 1 blouse there. I stepped over sequins and invoices like I was learning the bad. That velvet suit from the gala still held the shape of your laugh. I turned it inward on the hanger so it faced the bag. Not angry, just exacting, like stacking plates by size, like wiping fingerprints off crystal to the shine. Feels like I don't need the whole night, just the next right shelf. 1 box, 1 row, 1 corner, to remember myself. The bottle's gone soft in the sink now, and the ice turned to glass. I can hear my name come back in the quiet as I pass. Watch me put me back in the right place. Watch me put me back in the light space. No borrowed shade, no loose disguise, just my hands in my eyes. Watch me put me back. I found a red scarf on the cream bench seat, by the jewelry trays in the folded white sheets. I laughed once low at how small that looks, how a life can't fit in a few close hooks. So I made a new side for the things I kept. Took the long black coat in the winter scent, turn the mirror toward me, let it hold my face. Not asking, not proving, just taking up space. Now the drawers close, closer, 1 by 1. The windows hold the city like a polished drum. The floor is clear enough for morning to land. I leave the last bracelet in my left hand. Watch me put me back, quiet and slow. Watch me put me back where I know the room got still and started to breathe, and I stood there as myself beneath it. Watch me put me back. Watch me put me back. Watch me put me back. Lock the door behind me. Let the room stay white and still. Glass on glass on glass. My shadow cuts the window sill. Black gloves on the counter, they look borrowed from a colder life. 1 gold case in the center, like a small sun with no sky. I've been here since the numbers changed. Now the floor don't know my name. Displays up underneath but none of this can spell my fame. City rain keeps writing down on the pain that's sliding off. My reflection wasn't so well, I can't tell if it's mine or not. Security shut us down, air too clean to keep us so. Tiny ticks in every room, counting up what I let go. I got the keys, I got the grin, I got the weight in my chest. Everything I wanted in reach and something missing in the rest. Cold hands on gold, heart stayed out in the rain. All this shining here still can't cover the stain. Cold hands on gold, no one hears me breathe. I want the whole room don't mean a thing to me. The salesman left his coffee cold on the shelf by the back wall. I can see my face in the claps, then it fades when the drop falls. One wall clock keeps perfect time, like it's proud of being late. I learned how to count the wins, did not learn how to celebrate. Security shut us down, air too clean to keep us so. Tiny ticks in every room, counting up what I let go. I got the keys, I got the grin, I got the weight in my chest. Everything I wanted in reach and something missing in the rest. Cold hands on gold, heart stayed out in the rain. All this shining here still can't cover the stain. Cold hands on gold, no one hears me breathe. I want the whole room don't mean a thing to me. I touch the case, then pull away, like it might burn through my skin. On the glass, my grin looks staged, a good suit hiding where I've been. Rain keeps drumming on the street, quiet as a locked up prayer. If this is the view from up top, why does it feel like air? Cold, heart stayed out in the rain. All this shining here still can't cover the stain. Cold hands on gold, no one hears me breathe. I want the whole room don't mean a thing to me. Black gloves on the counter, city washing down the lane. I stand still with all this light and the quiet ticking stays. I gotta slip below the top, past the light gate, past the sign. Service corridors all centigrade, blue ripples crawling on the wall. Wet floor catching every step, my shoes leave prints and they fade. Car rolls by with rubber wheels, yeah. Cleaner knobs without a word. Above me the tanks hold whole worlds. Big dark fins moving over glass. I watch the shadows pass. It seems like thoughts I don't have to chase. The tunnel mends under the building. Metal doors, damn pipes, tape labels of maintenance. Like links once and twice, and I keep going comics. Hey. Air hostesses in the corner, slow and steady like a pulse. The room goes standing thick again, and my head clears with a hum. Deep into I let it all go under. Deep into I move with the water's thunder. Deep into I don't need the surface now. Deep into I can hear my name fade out. Work a boost, tap the 4th grade. They scrub the glass from the other side. I see the beams cut pillars through the drifting blue and silver haze. A bucket clinks against the rail, so foam slides down the drain. Cold air touches the back of my neck, yeah. Then the tunnel holds me again. There's a giant shape above the pain, white as the room slow asleep, yeah. Shadow turns across my face, then slips away with the current. No phones, no doors, no open sky, just gauges, valves and leak like glow. I stand where the building keeps its breath and let my thoughts get light and low. Arrow sisters in the corner, slow and steady like a pulse. The room goes thin and thick again, and my head clears with a hum. Deep in tunnel, I let it all go under. Deep in tunnel, I'm with the water's thunder. Deep in tunnel, I don't need the surface now. Deep in tunnel, I can hear my name fade out. Past the pump room, past the bill stack, past the mop smell and the drain gray shine, yeah. I find a bench by a filter cabinet, sit still while the minutes dry, yeah. Blue moving lines cross my hands like somebody wrote on the concrete. The ceiling trembles with a soft machine and the whole place keeps its own sleep. I think of the outside far above, bosses, windows, rain on windshields, but it feels like another language now, one I used to know then lost. So I stay where the tanks keep turning, where the dog is clean and measured, where the workers talk in a low blur, and the water paints the walls. Only the drip and the distant rain, it's only the blink of a maintenance lamp, only the hush in my chest right now, only the tunnel, only the creep in tunnel. I let it all go under. Deep in tunnel, I'm with the water's thunder. Deep in tunnel, I don't need the surface now. Deep in tunnel, I can hear my name fade out. When the shift changes, I don't rush. I watch one last blue wave cross the pipe, and I follow the darkened corridor, slow like I'm part of the play. Still in a way, I don't break. Deep in tunnel, I dread I stay. Deep in tunnel, till the morning takes me away. Deep in tunnel, oh, yeah. Deep in tunnel. Basement door swing shut and the world goes thin. Red bulb on the wall paints my hands in sin. I set the contact sheet down like a receipt I don't need. Old camera straps on the floor, twisted up at my feet. 3 trays in a row, developer stopped and fixed. My sleeves catch the edge on the wet plastic lip. A face starts to rise from a white sheet line, slow as a bruise, slow as a swallow lie. I lean in closer, the paper stays still. Then a chin, then a sleeve, then a room I can feel. The smell in the air cuts clean through my chest. What looked like a scene was a guess at best. Soft on paper, soft on paper, soft on paper. That's how they come back. Soft on paper, soft on paper, soft on paper. paper. Not how they felt, just how they stayed there. One frame got my brother by the chain link gate. His jacket half button and his mouth set straight. I remember the heat off the asphalt that day, but the print keeps the skin in a cooler shade. Another one caught my mother's hand on glass. 2 fingers on the frame like she knew time would pass. Funny how the dark room makes every edge lean, turns the sharpest thing into something in between. The hanging line trembles when I brush it by. A row of wet faces with no sound in their eyes. I let the shadows dry, let the corners settle. A laugh on the page goes soft at the metal. What I held in my head had more force, more flame, but the print is honest in its own small way. Soft on paper, soft on paper, soft on paper. That's how they come back. Soft on paper, soft on paper, soft on paper. Not how they felt, just how they stayed there. The tray starts to cloud and the room goes slow. My fingers smell like film and the sink runs low. I stack the bad shots left by the crack blue bin, each one taking shape, then giving in. A boy in the corner with a rent-up sleeve looks tough from a distance, but the paper disagrees. The stare had a way they used to shake the floor. Now it's just a gaze pinned to silver in law. I catch my own face in a drying strip, not the one I remember, just the one that keeps. Maybe memory lies, or maybe it shouts, and the print knows better how the light worked out. Maybe pain came loud, but the image stayed calm. A storm in the room, a hush in the palm. I don't fight the blur, I don't chase the crack. I watch what returns and I let it map. Underground, it's midnight and the bulbs stay red. I leave the last sheet hanging to breathe instead. Chemicals still on my skin, cool on my wrist. Every face in the line, learning how to exist. The worst of it changed the second it dried. Not smaller, not kinder, just less alive. And I stand by the trays till the room gets dim, watching old minutes slip back into print. I'm parked by the entrance lane, wrinkled black shirt, same old stain. Valet lights on my face too bright. Cold morning air, I lost that fight. Empty glass on the passenger side, last sip dry, no place to hide. Quiet traffic rolling past slow. I should move, but my hands won't go. I kept the receipt from last night, folded tight in my back pocket white. Spent too much just to feel a spark. Now I'm sitting in the aftermath dark. You can smell the rain in the concrete seams. Hear the tires cut through the steam. I'm awake, but I'm not here. Just a body with a vacant stare. All that shine, it left me cold. All that noise, it took its toll. I was chasing every flashing name. Now the sun came up the same at the luxury gate. I'm still here. Valet lights fade and I don't feel fear at the luxury gate. I'm still here. Last night burned out. I'm still here. A woman in heels crossed the lane, carried her bag like she knew the game. Didn't look once in my direction, just moved on quick with no exception. Coupe rolled out with a valet grin. Somebody else was checking in. I watched that door like it owed me something, but the whole place felt like it was fun. And my phone lit up, then went black. Couple missed calls, no callback. I could go home, I could disappear, but that feels far from right here. My jaw's tight, my thoughts stay slow, like smoke that won't leave the window. I wanted noise, I wanted more. Now I'm numb at the service door. All that shine, it left me cold. All that noise, it took its toll. I was chasing every flashing name. Now the sun came up the same at the luxury gate. I'm still here. Valley lights fade and I don't feel fear at the luxury gate. I'm still here. Last night burned out. I'm still here. Maybe I don't need another round. Maybe I need is quiet down. The sky gets pale over chrome and glass, and the whole night slips right past. I don't need a sign, I don't need a trace, just a little room in this tired space. So I sit with the cold in my chest, letting sunrise do the rest. I'm still here. Valley lights fade and I don't feel fear at the luxury gate. I'm still here. Last night burned out. I'm still here. Cold morning air, wrinkled black shirt, empty glass, no sparkle left. Quiet traffic, same slow breath. I'm still here. Rain on the glass above my head. Closed door, still breathing, I step in wet. Black jacket, heavy with the storm, water tracing down the sleeves. I leave a line across the marble, like I brought the night with me. No guests, just leaves and glass, palm fronds sleeping under dim gold. A silver drip from every edge and the whole place feels untold. I pass the orchids in their rows, glass skin, lacquer stem, slow sway. The air is thick enough to hold every word I never say. Security lights in the corners, alleyway, the path I take. I let my phone stay in my pocket, let the whole outside wait. Somebody out there wants a version, neat polished, easy to sell. But in here the air is heavy and the truth can't sit as well. Thunder rolls like furniture moves somewhere high above the vines. Rain hits hard on the ceiling panes, then slides in silver lines. Water runs through the fillet and drum, down the ribs along the veins. Ferns lean in like they're listening to the break between the trains. I stand by the koi pool edge, watch a ripple cut the dark. My face in the black water looks less like a name, more like a mark. All week I've been dressed in answers, stiff collar, bright as grin, signing pieces of my body like the room could let me in. But hit a bamboo bend, and the monster leaves don't pose. Everything alive keeps moving, no one asks how much it knows. I unbutton near the doorway, let the wet shirt loose and slow. Hear my own pulse in the condenser, feel it drag me down below. Let me stay where the pressure can't reach, where the thunder takes the blame. Let the glass hold all that's falling, let my chest forget my name. In the glass house, let it rain, let it wash the weight away. In the glass house, let it rain. I could breathe where the green things stay. Just me and the storm tonight. Just me and the storm tonight. I walked the long curve of the pathway, past the palms and the hanging moss. Tiny lights in the gravel, like a trail that never gets lost. Every leaf got a wet shine, every stem got a dark perfume. The whole place feels like a secret, kept alive inside one room. I think about the cars I missed, the rooms I had to readjust. How every smile came with a mirror, how every yes came coated up. I don't need a stage in bubbling. I just need this humid silence and the way the glass holds steam. There's a bench under giant banana leaves. I sit, hands open still. Thunder hits and the ceiling flashes. For a second everything is real. No one wants a polished dance, and no one's asking me to shine. I could be a man in rainwater, not a headline, not a sign. If I disappear a little, let the vines keep their hold. If I lose the shape they know me by, let the wet glass go cold. I'm not broken, I'm just tired of being built for every room. So I let the storm talk over me, and I let the night go through. In the glass house, let it rain. Let it wash the weight away. In the glass house, let it rain. I can breathe where the green things stay. Just me and the storm tonight. Just me and the storm. Now the thunder drifts farther off. Rain thins to a softer tap. Pathway lights blurring the moisture, and the leaves all settle back. Black jacket on the bench beside me, still dark with the falling sky. I watch water on the ceiling like it's learning how to fly. No speech, no crowd, no handshake, just the warm wet air I keep. And the glass above still shaking, while the whole place lets me sleep. I'm turning circles on the bridge water. Bag on the seat like a second heartbeat. French fries breathing through paper. Steam curling up my sleeve. Phone says left at the laundromat, then right by the salon with the broken sign. I know every puddle that catches the headlights, every lane that makes the tires sing. A guy in a hoodie hands me a coat. I hand him a box with sesame seed bread. He barely looks up from the screen in his palm, and I'm already back in the rain. Glass goes pale with the fog. My breath keeps riding and erasing. Up ahead, the lobby door opens. Warm square, yellow on wet pavement. I watch somebody's home spill out for a second, then shut itself quiet again. Late night drop, I keep it moving. Late night drop, I keep it moving. One more door, one more floor, one more life I don't get to live. On Grand, the bus is hit by slow. Windows full of faces I'll never meet. A woman in scrubs, hoes take out for two. One hand on the coat, one on the rail. I catch my name in the app, then lose it. Swipe confirm, slide the map wider. The GPS glow, paints my knuckles, goes blue. Makes the cab look borrowed at a red light. I see my own eyes in the phone glass, not quite there. Behind me the bags is steady and warm, like I'm carrying other people's evenings. Elevator doors open, close, open, close. A kid in socks presses every button. Somebody laughs from the back hallway. I stand in the entry with rain on my shoulders, counting the seconds till the next address. Late night drop, I keep it moving. Late night drop, I keep it moving. One more door, one more floor, one more life I don't get to live. There's a couple arguing through a cracked window. Their words lost in the fan above the sink. Across the street, a television blue on a wall. A dog asleep on a folded coat. I pass a florist with metal grace down. Bouquets huddled in the dark. Everybody's got a room with a version of tomorrow in it. A sink full of plates, a bill folded under a magnet. A voicemail, nobody answered yet. Mine is the windshield, white with fog. My thumb on the defrost, my roots circling back around itself. I keep telling myself I'm only passing through, only dropping off dinner, only taking the long way between stops. But the city know my car by now, knows I can watch a dozen lives from the curb and still not knock on my home door. Yeah, near two, the streets thin out. The deli neon is gone, the pharmacy half lit, and the crosswalk paint looks like pill tape. I park under an awning, need a cold fry, then wipe the salt from my mouth on my sleeve. The app pings again and I start the engine. That little mercy emotion, another lobby, another buzz, or another woman in slippers saying thank you like she means it. I nod, I smile, I learn the shape of each threshold. The rug that curls at the corner, the plan with yellow leaves. The security mirror showing me entering twice. Sometimes the bags feel lighter on the way up, like the building takes some of the weight. Sometimes I come back down empty, and the silence in the car gets honest. Fog on the glass, rain in the grooves, apartment light blinking from blue to gold. I can see 1,000 small worlds and still miss the one I packed away. Late night drop, I keep it moving. Late night drop, I keep it moving. One more door, one more floor, one more life I don't get to live. Late night drop, I keep it moving. Late night drop, I keep it moving till the sky turns thin and gray and the rain lets go of the street. By dawn, the bags are gone, the seat is empty, and the windshield clears and stripes. The city looks tired in a softer way, like it stayed up with me. I drive past the river without stopping, past the baker loading trays, past a man in work boots smoking under a tarp, past a woman watering plants on the 4th floor fire escape. Everyone seems to be arriving somewhere. I'm still in motion, maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the cost, maybe for one more mile. I can keep watching the windows close without having the answer in mind. Yeah. After midnight I'm still here, key card warm in my hand, glass bottles on every bench, silver trays like frozen water, chemicals hang in the air. I read the labels twice, yeah. Unfinished samples in a row, like small moons waiting to land. I wear gloves to protect my skin, it's still the room gets inside. Mirror walls catch the city as it burns on the other side. My notes are bent at the corners from being turned too many times. I measure out bergamot and stop to watch the vaporize. There's a line in the formula that I keep almost reaching. One drop too much and it changes, one drop less and it leaves me. I keep my face steady, keep my breathing small. The clock stays white and silent while the whole floor holds. Make it beautiful, make it beautiful. Even now, make it beautiful, make it beautiful. I won't stop, I won't break. The first blend cuts too sharp, so I pour it back in the sink. The second one turns too sweet, like it wants to make me blink. I wipe a ring from the steel and start again from the top. My name on the workstation card, staring back without a pulse. There's a stain on my sleeve from the latest failed batch, a little amber on the cuff where the cap didn't catch. I open another vial, hear the tiny glass click, then the room goes still again, like it's waiting for the trick. There's a line in the formula that I keep almost reaching. One breath too hard and it bends, one breath less and it weakens. I keep my face steady, keep my shoulders low. The clock stays white and silent while the whole floor holds. Make it beautiful, make it beautiful. Even now, last test, it sits in the beaker, clear as rain on the plane. Then it opens on my wrist with a cold metallic grain. I tilt my head, let it settle, let the top note speak. Now it moves like a long hallway, soft-footed, low and deep. Outside the avenue glows, but it feels far away. In here I build a small weather one I can carry away. I cut the lights at the bench, leave the room in a sheen. Every unfinished sample has been trying to become a dream. If my hands are shaking, let them shake. If my eyes are tired, let them stay. I can carry the weight of a room like this. I can keep on mixing through the air. Morning, we'll find the mirrors. Morning, we'll find the trace. Morning, we'll find the silver trace. And my name in its place. I made it beautiful. I made it beautiful. In the dark, I made it beautiful. I made it beautiful. Even now, even now. I cut your name clean out. Thumb hit erase, stand still. The screen went pale on me like it knew the drill. Empty lane, long white lines, my hands just held the wheel. No fight left in my chest, just the way this feels. Gas station cup half gone, paper sleeve, warm brown. I pulled off for a minute, no one around. The clerk looked through the glass like time moves slow for him. I took the bitter sip and let the edge wear thin. Fog on the glass, I can barely see. The road keeps moving, it don't need me. I checked that thread one last time, then let it fall behind. No anger in my mouth tonight, just the door closed quiet and kind. Deleted your contact. Deleted your contact. No looking back now, no need to call that. Deleted your contact. Deleted your contact. I let it go flat and left it where it's at. Yeah. The phone face cracked like ice, in the dash like glow. One split down by the corner where the old names go. I watched the mouse stack up, past the foreign fence post, past the dollar sign burned out, in the grain silo ghost. Engine kept that low, drawn like I thought I outgrew. Nothing in the rear view, asked for me to choose. I used to press replay, like a bruise with a thumb. Now the quiet sits right where the old ache was spun. Fog on the glass, I can barely see. The road keeps moving, it don't need me. I checked that thread one last time and let it fall behind. No anger in my mouth tonight, just the door closed quiet and kind. Deleted your contact. Deleted your contact. No looking back now, no need to call that. Deleted your contact. Deleted your contact. I let it go flat and left it where it's at. Sun ain't up yet, but it's close enough. Blue in the east like a strip of dust. I don't need the sign, I don't need the speech, I just need this space and the road to key. I thought I feel sharp, I thought I feel cold, but it came like rain on an open road. Soft ain't gone, no crack, no scene, just me in the hush in between. Deleted your contact. Deleted your contact. No, looking back now. No need to call that. Deleted your contact. Deleted your contact. I let it go flat and left it where it's at. Empty highway before sunrise. No more turning, no more trying. I drove on through, and that was enough. Let it be gone, let it be done. Let it be done. I'm posted by the valet light. Wrinkled black shirt, still on from last night. Empty champagne glass, then rim cold. In my hand like a story I won't hold. Cold air biting through my sleeves. Quiet traffic rolling past the trees. You can see the gold chain tuck, but you can't see how I ran it up. I watch the doors keep breathing smoke. Watch the go-karts glide and fold. Watch couples drift with their luck, like they knew something I never touched. My phone face down in the cup holder. No calls, no plans, no one to go for. Just me and the hits from the curb, and the sunrise doing what it does. I've been up too long, still I don't feel tired. Only that high, low on, right behind my eyes all night. Kept chasing that high, now it's quiet outside, and I can't deny I'm numb by sunrise, standing in valet lights. I lost the whole night, still don't know why. I'm numb by sunrise, cold in my own mind. I chased it too far, now I just watch time. The parking entrance got that shine. Wet concrete, pale and silver line. I put it on behind the cones, then he disappeared with his car alone. My shirt's got creases like a map, telling me where the bad bets at. Where I smile with my jaw locked tight, where I kept saying one more time, I know the type, I know the stare. The I'm fine with nothing there. The wristwatch glare, the blank face grin. The way a whole room can pull you in and leave you with your shoes half drawn and a half full of a half remember song. I'm not broke, I'm just spent, like every last spark God already spent. I've been up too long, still I don't feel tired. Only that high, low on, right behind my eyes all night. Kept chasing that high, now it's quiet outside, and I can't deny I'm numb by sunrise, standing in valet lights. I lost the whole night, still don't know why. I'm numb by sunrise, cold in my own mind. I chased it too far, now I just watch time. The sedan roll slow through the lane, headlights, watch my knees then fade. Somebody laughs at the curbside door, like they got what I came here for. Maybe they'll leave with a face to save, maybe they'll leave with enough to celebrate. Me, I'm just here with the morning chill, and a glass that never got the refill. I trace the stem with my thumb, think of every bad turn I've done. Not a hero, not a loss, just a man who paid the cost for the rush, for the glow, for the spin, for the bite, to believing I win. Now the sky gets warm by degrees, and I'm learning what it means to breathe. Could've gone home when the room got thin, could've left while the night was still kicking in, but I stayed for the dice and the grin and the noise, for the fake little shine and the borrowed voice. Now the sun on my face feels rude, like it knows what I'm trying to do. Standing still, let the truth arrive. No more noise in the parking lot sky. Cold air, clean air, empty glass in my hand. No more running, just the sun and the sky. I'm in my sunrise, standing in ballet lights. I lost the whole night, still don't know why. I'm numb by sunrise, cold in my own mind. I chased it too far, now I just watch time. The entrance keeps on glowing, traffic keeps on moving. I'm still here, not frozen, just slowly relocating. Sunrise on the chrome, sunrise on my shirt. Nothing left to prove loud, that's the part that hurts. Put off slow on the west side, empty lots in my rearview. Dashboard glow on my knuckles, rain tracing lines on the glass. Designer perfume in the cabin, now mine still on your clothes. Silent notifications blinking, I let the screen say face down. You crossed my lane like a rumor, didn't speak, just look once. Saddle wheel feels too familiar, and I keep both hands on it. Red light, I don't move, rain falls, I don't fall. That face, I know too well, I keep it in the mirror. Keep it on the road, keep it on the road. Don't turn that key again, don't turn that key again. Red light go slow, red light go slow. I let the past pass by, I let the past pass by. Valley stand empty, velvet road, chain barrier is no one there. Storefront windows hold my outline, like no, I'm almost gone. Your name says low in my contacts, one tap from the old me, but the dash stays lit in blue, and I keep my jaw still. I remember the way you vanished, not a scene, just a shift now. Your shadow rides beside me, in a way, on lane 10. Red light, I don't move, rainfall, I don't fall. That face, I know too well, I keep it on the road, keep it on the road. Don't turn that key again, don't turn that key again. Red light go slow, red light go slow. I let the past pass by, I let the past pass by. Leather warm from where I sat down, and steady pulse slow. No confession on my lips now, no soft room to fall into. If I miss you, I miss the facts, not the shape you made. I can't leave that version there at the curb in the rain. Keep it on the road, keep it on the road. Don't turn that key again, don't turn that key again. Red light go slow, red light go slow. I let the past pass by, I let the past pass by. Keep it on the road, keep it on the road. Dashboard low, windows cold. I don't open that door, that door, that door.
I hit the button with my thumb, like I'm erasing my name. Heels with one hand, the other hand full of my coat. Lobby glass behind me, that badge got quiet fast. The desk got smaller when I didn't look back. The elevator arrived with that thin silver side. Floor numbers awake, one red digit at a time. My phone kept shaking, face down in my palm. Unread, 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 like it wanted the last word. 3rd floor, 7th floor, 12th, the ceiling mirror caught me. Hair flat, jaw set, eyes tired. I look like someone who had been told be grateful. Too many mornings in a row, while the calendar filled up with other people's emergencies. I held my shoes by the strap so the leather wouldn't click on this hour, on this floor, on the life I just stepped out of somewhere above me. A printer gave one lonely coffin in the building, went back to pretending it was empty. 21st, 28th, my chest stayed small. The elevator light kept changing its mind, and I kept thinking about the email dog still sitting innocent like a stone in my mouth. Down, 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 I let it go. Down, 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 through the quiet glow. Heels in my hand in the door that knows I'm leaving the life I was never meant to hold. 32nd floor, the hallways flash by, cleaning staff rolling their carts in the dim. One woman nodded once like she knew exactly what kind of night can bring you to the edge. She was wiping fingerprints from a conference room door while cold city light pressed hard on the windows. Blue on the desk, blue on the blinds, blue on the coffee cups left out by people like me. I thought about my desk drawer with the spare charge of the bent paper clip, the snack bar I never ate. I thought about the plant that died twice while somebody kept saying we're like a family here. 41st floor, 42nd, the elevator slowed like it also understood. I could feel my pulse on my wrists and throat, not panic exactly, more like the body meeting the truth first. My phone buzzed again and I let it buzz. No answer, no promise, no apology to write. The screen lit my hand with all those little names, all those little demands still waiting in rows. I watched the numbers rise and disappear above me, and for a second I could almost hear the old version of me trying to bargain one more week, one more meeting, one more. Down, 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 I let it go. Down, 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 through the quiet glow. Heels in my hand and a door that knows I'm leaving the life I was never meant to hold. The car stopped between floors, just a breath too long, and the silence got honest. I stood there with my coat half on my arm, feeling the shape of morning before it touched me. No celebration, no clean break, just this, my name in my own mouth again. My time back in my own hands. The strange bare space where a plan might grow, where a rent might get paid, where fear can sit in the backseat and still let me drive. The doors open to an empty corridor, wax floor, pale walls, a janitor's radio low in the distance, and I walked out slow past the dark offices, past the glass that held the last of the night. Down, 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 I let it go. Down, 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 through the quiet glow. Heels in my hand and the door that knows I'm leaving the life I was never meant to hold. Down, 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 not lost, not brave. Down, 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 just out of the cage. Cold city lights on the windows, bones. I step into morning with nowhere I have to go.
Basement door clicks shut behind us. White tubes hum over dustless tile. Garment racks like iron ribs, each hanger spaced with careful hands. A sealed perfume smell stays trapped in the air, like a letter no one opened. Old show footage runs silent on the wall. Models turning in a dead loop. Security scanners blink red then calm. My shoes learn the shape of the floor. skirts from 1998. Paper tags brittle at the corners, cashmere folded around acid-free bars. Little time capsules with matching tissue. Someone wrote sizes in pencil, then crossed them out and wrote again. Like the body was a rumor, like the body would choose to stay. The racks roll slow on their rubber wheels, metal sighing under each turn. Black blazers, pearl buttons, a coat with a torn cuff, a hem repaired by a steady thumb. I line up the seasons by shade, not because it helps, just because order feels kinder than letting them lean into each other. On the silent screen, a woman steps out in a dress that once made room stop breathing. Now it only makes the archive like catch on the seam and move on. I hold her sleeve between two fingers, feel how the lining remembers shoulders. How a collection can outlive applause and still keep the shape of it. The scanner passes, a clean white bar. The beeping says check, the beeping says stay. I think about how fast the face goes from desire to last year to maybe nobody asked to fold it in storage like this. Gone by spring, gone by spring. That's the way it goes. It's gone by spring, gone by spring. Soft as it falls. I find a row of gowns and plastic sleeves, each one breathing its own small silence. One is beadwork like spilled ice, one has a train pinned up for transport, one still carries the curve of a dance floor. In the waist, in the cuff, in the seam line, I tag them, count them, wheel them forward. My gloves leaving no mark at all. There's a box of lookbooks yellowed at the edges, runways printed on glossy pages, faces half lit, eyes fixed past the camera as if they knew the future would be mostly unpacking. Most things survive only by being handled by someone who knows the right fold, the right angle with the right amount of distance. I think of everything that looked inevitable, the cut of a jacket, the name of a person, the hour a hand stayed on your back, then drifted off. Beauty arrives in a rush, then learns to leave through side doors. Not angry, just practice. The basement clock skips 2 seconds and nobody seems surprised. A spool of film turns in its can, a quiet wheel inside a tin moon. I set aside a sequin coated shoulders, still carrying old light, not magic, just concentrated attention. And time trying to keep its job. The scanner passes, a cold white line. The beep says index, the beep says fine. I watch the old glare on the hanging glass, and all at once we are all gone by spring, gone by spring. That's the way it goes. It's gone by spring, gone by spring. Soft as it falls. I used to think lasting meant winning, a dress on the cover, a name in the crowd. But here in the basement, lasting is smaller. A clean stitch, a proper box, a sleeve not crushed, a label that stays readable. Even love feels like a shipment, arriving wrapped tight, then opening wrong and getting retied for another address. Swear you'll keep it exact, but weather gets in, hands get busy, months move the rack on the wall. The runway loops to the end, no applause, just the frame after a model's back as she exits the light, then black again. I stand there a while with a skirt over my arm, and let the silence tell me what it can. Garment racks glide back into place, white tubes keep humming, the perfume no ends but stays under cardboard, wool and dust cloth. I sign the sheet, close the drawer, watch the screen go to black like a thought that's finished, not finished. Scanner blinks once more, then rest. The basement door opens, a thin strip of morning, and every careful thing behind shape for a little while. Pulled in under the blue sign at the 24-hour premium wash. Rain on the awning, rain on the hood, rain writing lines down the glass. I killed the engine and stayed, watching soap slide green and pink across the windshield like Aurora spills, but meaner, more local, more real. The seats kept the last song shaping the foam on my back. They still trembled through the leather like the car had a pulse, like it knew me better than the address does. Outside, the workers leaned by the dumpster, shared one smoke in the dark. Hoods up, shoulders curled, and they laughed once, then went still, then laughed again. I could've rolled out, could've gone home with the rain, but home is a room that hears me. And tonight I don't want the walls to answer me back. So I watched the vibe asleep, watched the neon rinse off slow, watch my reflection split in the windshield and hold. Stay in the car wash, stay till the rain falls out. Stay in the car wash, let the night go quiet now. The dashboard lights glow soft, amber on my knuckles, green on the gear shift, red on a closed off map. I traced the seam in the steering wheel with my thumb until it went numb. Every aisle had its own echo, every machine its own breath. Hoses coiled like sleeping snakes, puddles shivering under the dryers, and the whole place smelled like clean metal and wet rubber and tie time. A pickup in Bay 3 left a braid of mud on the mat, a family size stain half peeled from the floor. The kind that says somebody drove hard and never looked back. I watched droplets race each other down the side mirror, one winning, one stalling, one giving up halfway, like they all had somewhere to be except me. The lot emptied out behind me, one by one, taillights folding into the rain, till the whole station fell suspended between a question and an answer, and I chose neither. Stay in the car wash, till the rain falls out. Stay in the car wash, let the night go quiet now. There's a silence back home that keeps its shoes on, sits at the table, doesn't blink, hear the glass, does the listening, hear the machines hum their empty prayers, and the rain keeps combing the roof like it's trying to smooth me out. By dawn the soap was gone from the windshield, streaks just pale ribs of water, and the workers had stubbed out their smoke and vanished inside. I watched the first delivery truck cut through the far end of the lot, his tires making dark commas in the clean wet concrete. No grand moment, no break in the sky, there where the wheel held him. When I finally turn the key, the car answers first, then the world, then me. White light, bright tiles, cold air, my breath. 3 a.m. quiet hum, feels like the world just held its dead. Mirrors everywhere, reflecting back what I can't face. This empty clinic, guilty cage, lost timeless grace. Ice packs on my eyes, designer shades, tossed on the counter. Just hours ago, public scene, a breakdown, a full encounter. Silent elevators outside home, a ghost in the machine. Replaying moments, words unsaid, a brutal vivid scream. Heartbeat, a low drum, bass drum deep, a steady rhythmic sigh. Tryna piece it back, the shattered fragments under the sterile sky. Yeah. Whispers in the quiet, echoes in my head. Can't shake the feeling, all the words unsaid. Stillness now, a heavy cloak, shadows dance and sway. Gotta find that flicker, gotta chase the dark away. Confidence, a distant shore, just gotta make it through. In this clinic's quiet, find a way to start anew. Marble coat beneath my palm, a chillin' stark and brave. My own reflection, a stranger's eyes, searching for a familiar trait. The weight of judgment, heavy shroud, pressing down on my soul. This quiet sanctuary, where I'm tryna make myself whole. Every flicker, every hum, a memory starts to creep. Tryna push it down, bury it deep. Secrets I gotta keep, the drumbeat pulses, steady guide through this emotional haze. Navigating darkness through these lonely, silent days. Just me and the echoes, and the hum of the night slow grow. Hoping for a sunrise to break through the shadow wall. Stillness now, a heavy cloak, shadows dance and sway. Gotta find that flicker, gotta chase the dark away. Confidence, a distant shore, just gotta make it through. In this clinic's quiet, find a way to start anew. Empty hallway, sterile scent, quiet lingering plea to find the strength within myself, to truly just be free from the expectations of constant glare, the weight of every stare. Just a moment's peace, a breath of calm, beyond all the despair. I slip back in with my heels in hand, past the rope line, past the last gold band. The ballroom door had already sighed and left the whole floor half dead inside. Wet marble under my bare feet, cold as a promise nobody keeps. Champagne skins and the silver bins, a smear of red on a linen chair pin. The pool was a black, blue painted glass, holding the city like it couldn't pass. Windows lit up and stacked up rows, like 1,000 lives I'll never know. I sat by the edge where the candles died, where the little flags hung limp in the night. No one looking, no one near, just the drain and the chill and the humming air. Silent elevators, blinking floors, somebody's laughter from behind the door. Wind came through the empty cabanas, moved the curtains like it knew my name. I watched my shadow on the tile, then as a receipt gone in a while. Their hands were diamonds, their words were smoke, and I was the thing they never spoke. I'm still here, just out of frame. I'm still here, you forgot my name. I'm still here, by the waterline, heel lay tip by the lounge chair leg. One ankle strap loose like a broken thread. I picked it up, set it side by side with the other one waiting in the dark beside. There was frosting on a dead buffet plate, half a fake tart and a silver fork bend. I made a D smile in a folded napkin, like even the leftovers had a place they been. I heard the pool cover motor click from somewhere deep and mechanical. Then nothing again but the wind and the soft slap of water at the edge of the ledge. I leaned over the railing slow, watched one small light in the tower glow, and thought how easy it looked from far to shine like a room full of open doors. Silent elevators, blinking floors, somebody's laughter from behind the door. When came through the empty cabanas, moved the curtains like it knew my name. I watched my shadow on the tile, then as a receipt gone in a while. Their hands were diamonds, their words were smoke, and I was the thing they never spoke. I'm still here, just out of frame. I'm still here, you forgot my name. I'm still here by the waterline. I'm still here till the morning light. The water kept every face it was given, held their bright teeth, their polished opinions, held the man in the cufflinks, the girl in the satin, the jokes that landed, the names that mattered, held the hostess with a steady laugh, held the phones held up and the selfies held back, held the ice in the cut glass bowls, held the heat of a room with no real soul. In me, I was a quiet stain on a perfect night that was built to drain. Not angry, just impossibly small, like the last soft step in a long empty hall. I'm still here, just out of frame. I'm still here, you forgot my name. I'm still here by the waterline. I'm still here till the morning light. The sky turned from black to a tire blue, and the city peeled back one window too. The pool went pale, then silver, then thin, like it was waking me up from within. The card squeaked once in the fallback wing. Someone cleaned his radio, no songs, just spring. Wind kept moving through empty cabanas, lifting the hems of the vanished afters. I put my shoes by the dead lounge chair, watched the last guests leave their ghosted airs, watched the glass in the water hold 1,000 windows, a bruise of gold. Silent elevators, blinking floors, someone's day began behind